Hey, this is Daniel Dennis at my studio, Prime Cut Studio in Nashville, Tennessee, and this is Making a Song. So I wrote a song here about a couple weeks ago that I'm pretty excited about, and I thought it'd be kind of cool just to go through the process of how I would actually track the entire song from start to finish. Boom! Last night I did some pre-production. I started off with a scratch vocal and a scratch guitar track and it just established the tempo for the song. And now we're getting ready to record some drums. Alright, so I've got a couple of different drum parts in mind, and I just want to show you I can actually control my computer from my iPad with an app that works with Digital Performer, and that way I can be in the tracking room playing drums and control my computer at the same time. I found Nirvana back in 94. Alright, so that take felt pretty good. I got one other idea for the chorus though. That first chorus was more like America, and then this next one's going to be more of a EDM chorus drop. Just to do something a little different, see what happens here. Alright, so I think I like that version better, so I'm going to roll with that program, and I'm going to do a couple more takes just to tighten things up. Well, here's my drum kit. It's a 4-piece Pearl Masters custom with a Ludwig Black Beauty snare. And for the cymbals, we have custom dark Ks. For my overheads, Neumann KM 184s. Hi-hat, just a Rode NT5. I have top and bottom 57s for the snare. Then I have Sennheiser 421s for the toms. And then for the kick drum, we've got a D112 on the inside with a Neumann TLM 103 on the outside. And then over here we have a 80K 251 for the room mic. And I keep it low so I can get a little more low frequency action with the kick drum. For the inside kick drum mic, I've got it going through the Neve 1073, and then for the snare top and bottom into the API. And over here we have the overheads going into the Pacifica, the outside kick in the Ventec X73i, the hi-hat and the room mic for the 273. Alright, so I've just done a few takes of drums here. I did one take that felt really good, and then I might listen to just a couple other takes just to get a nice solid drum track. I kind of like to mix as I go along. I feel like I get a little more inspiration for when I start laying other instruments down like bass. So for instance, on the kick drum, here it is before. So right now it's feeling a little too round for this style of music, but then when I add in some plugins, get a nice punchy sound, a little more contemporary sounding, and same thing for the snare. It's got a little ring to it. I like it for this song, but it might be a little too much once you start, EQing and compressing. So I'm going to add in some EQ to remove that ring, and then I'm going to add in a little compression, some more EQ, and a little bit of limiting just to tighten it all up. So we're about to do some bass tracking now. I'm going to use Brandon's G&L L5000, and we're going to go into the Radial Jedi, into the Neve 1073 preamp, into the TubeTech compressor. Alright, so we're ready to do some acoustic. I'm going to do a main acoustic first, and then I'm going to do a hard left and hard right acoustic pass too, capoed up in different spots on the neck, just to get a more separation and a bigger sound too. So I'm going to use my Bourgeois Country Boy Deluxe into the Flea 47 next. So I just finished up a main guitar pass with the Bourgeois guitar, and now I'm going to move over to the Larrivee acoustic for the hard left and hard right acoustic guitars. And this is going to bring a little more beef to the mix. All right, so we got acoustic guitars done, about to head over into electric land. I'm gonna kick it off with this Telecaster American Deluxe, and here's my pedal setup. We got a Peterson stroke tuner into a Dunlop volume pedal, going into the Dynacomp, into the Soul Food, which is my favorite pedal. Then we've got an El Capistan, which is a tape delay, and we've got the Strymon Flint, which also has a built-in tremolo that's really great too. Over into the guitar amp, and just mic'd up with the good old 57. And we've got that running through the Neve 1073 and into the Tube Tech. So we just finished up some electric guitars and felt like it needed just a little jangly something, and so we're going to go with the mandolin. So we're getting close. We just need one extra thing to help bring out the chorus a little bit more, add a little more thickness, and I think we're going to go with a low key, just single note kind of stuff. I pulled up a piano sample and I'm going through a pulverizer, which is pretty much a distortion, compression, also an echo going into a reverb. A little extra tail on the end of that. So for vocals, I'm going to use a Manley cardioid reference microphone. It's a tube mic. I tend to have a round, warmer kind of tone, and the Manley does a great job of adding that extra top end, making it sound modern and crisp and just larger than life. And I'm going to be running the Manley cardioid ref mic through my Neve 1073 into the Tube Tech CL1B, and just a little bit of compression. Alright, so I've just finished doing several vocal takes. I have compiled a main vocal into one track, and here you can see I've got all these little snippets from different takes. And after that, I went ahead and tuned my vocal up using auto-tune because I needed it.
There's so much noise out in the world today,
and that helps tighten it up, make it sound a little more commercial, and makes me a little happier.
I just make my own and get carried away. Back to
so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed making a song. Visit my website, danielsdennis.com, for a little more information, and also my studio website, primecutstudio.com.
Can set me free. 'Cause what's life without music? No higher beat veins can compare. Don't confuse it. This guitar heals the soul. Baptized by Fender and rock and roll. Baptized by